my hosts, and welcome to another Minecraft stream. Today we are going to be continuing to build our fractal cube. Indeed, we are constructing it out of bamboo, so let's get right into that. And here we are. All right. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Okay, let's get ourselves loaded up with bamboo and also start the machine going. Right. And I hadn't had an opportunity to run the machine offline, so I might have a less bamboo than we require. Oh, still got a bit. Alright, let's load up. Check out status. And fly out. So we're going to be putting some huts down on this level now. Awesome. Okay. All right. Hopefully this means it'll be a nice quick build for these two layers. I've noticed that everything sort of like comes in pairs. So we're doing this on each of the corners of this. And then we'll build up and bridge between these two to make another full layer there. Okay. These won't be proper towers. These will be just huts supporting a full layer, which is good. There. All right. This like that. That goes like that. Oh, got a really nice little layer. Yeah. Anyway, I was searching for information on my current video that I'm working on. Well, not so much information, more searching for pictures and stuff. And came across information about a style of architecture. Well, actually, almost civil engineering or urban engineering there, which was quite popular during late 50s, early 60s, which were, well, had a couple of features, but the idea was all the houses would be facing into a central park, and you would access the houses from the backyard, so via laneways. I think it was something like Bennett architecture. And the idea is to create all nice leafy suburbs where people would meet and talk and all that type of thing. Unfortunately, at least in Australia, it was a massive failure. Because all of the little laneways meant that teenage criminals could hide and avoid police observation. But I actually don't think it's being able to avoid the police that's the problem. I think it's actually being able to avoid the public view. Because I'm just thinking sort of like the sort of Norwegian, is it Norwegian? Or Scandinavian environment where everybody's looking out onto the roads. It's a lot safer because the public can actually see into the streets. So it's not the fact that the police can't see what's going on. It's the fact that the public and the community can't see. There. But I also noticed that that style of architecture in the US, the towns designed on that are actually quite popular. And desirable. Which gives me the impression that the civil architecture is less important than the makeup of the population. And the fact that the suburb was mostly used for people who were in economic distress meant, and impoverished, meant that there were a lot of kids like that. And I also think that the supply of basic services like public transport is also a big factor. And that if it had been well provided with public transport, employment opportunities, and means of entertainment for kids of that age and teenagers, it would have been far better. There we go. There we go. Right. That's it. Okay. That's fine. Alright, that one's like that. And we go in here. Alright. This one is like that. Like that. Alright, there. Oh, got, oopsie daisy, that's in the wrong spot. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to sort of like be classist, but there are ways that in a global sense, problems become self-perpetuating. Well, not global, but sort of local sense. And that solutions that work in more affluent neighborhoods don't take into account the needs of less affluent neighborhoods, especially since they get underserviced in multiple ways. Okay, and like that. We've got this one here. And we'll head back along the systems like that. Okay. All right. There we go. So this is another thing of huts along here. That's fine. Oh. We'll keep going like that, but not like that. There we go. And there. All right. But you go there and there. Right there. Oh. All right. That one is there. All right. I am actually not sure how my next video is going to go, because it does something that I have actually told people not to do in videos before. It takes a radical departure from one topic and goes to another topic right in the middle of the video, which means that if somebody is interested in one part of the topic but not the other, they might be put off. That's kind of like my entire channel is, though. So you get a concentrated dose of me-ness. Alright, there. I am, among other things, quite eclectic. That one. I wonder if eclectic is the right word. I think it probably is. Now, another one here. We've got to also deal with that void over there. Like that. And got some more of you going on. That one's there. It's more or less a matter of making sure that I don't put blocks in the wrong spot. Alright. That one's like that. Oh, we are almost through here. That one's like that. And we go over here as well. Making another little hut. We'll put huts around the big void as well. There. Right. Now, should I fly across? I think I should. The only problem is I go much too fast. Oops. As I said, I go much too fast, and sometimes a little bit of momentum means that I end up stuck like that. Work out a little bit of momentum cancelling later on. Alright. Let's go from here then. There's no need for us to restart where we left off. Alright. There. Flying through this is interesting. Sort of like a graduated challenge run with each hole being smaller and more precise. Like the exact opposite of... I really shouldn't say. Alright. That goes like that. How are we getting? We're getting later. Alright. We'll finish you off. That was smooth. I like that. That was very smooth. How's our... Okay. Bamboo systems seem to be running fine. A nice, good landing there. All right, putting in our next level of huts. I like how this is turning out. I really do. It's... When we were doing the flat version, and even the wall, it didn't feel that good, but now that we've gotten... Oh, that was a missing spot. Up to building in 3D, I am feeling that it's... I'm really feeling it now. It's looking spectacular. The interesting thing is that while I'm working on the 3 Devils script, 3 Devils video, I'm also working on scripts for a video about fixed points. Hi, Train Plays. How are you? Oh, what did you figure out about live streaming? Like that. Okay. We will continue a bit. We'll move on to here. Okay. That one's like that. And there we go. All right. We'll go cross like that. And you go like this as well. And there we go. Oh. That one's fine. All right. Right to the edge. Wait, how much did you miss? You didn't miss much. Mostly me constructing that side of this part of the cube. So I'm building out a whole lot of huts on top of this flat level. So that will become the equivalent of that level here. Like that. Oops. And I had a little talk about architecture and sort of civil architecture and town design and how you have to factor in the type of people you are building for. And often one type of situation doesn't serve everybody. And also that I don't think policing is as powerful as just having basically civilian eyes on the street. I think that actually makes people feel a lot more secure and a lot more less likely to commit crimes rather than... I think that's more effective than police just patrolling through an area. All right. There we go. Oh. But I'd have to do research to have my suspicions confirmed, or it's the opposite of confirmed, or rejected. That's one of the things that happen when you do research. Lots of things you thought were true end up not to be true, or not true in the way you thought they were, and be a little bit more complex, which is a pity, because there's a lot of ideas that end up having to be thrown away because reality is just not cooperative. It turns out to be a little bit more complicated and a little bit sometimes less interesting than it should be. There we go. All right. Excellent. there. Feels like it could work in some places. It does work in some places. The architecture with basically the houses facing into a shared park and access to driveways being through the people's backyards is actually works well in a couple of American middle-class towns. Unfortunately, it didn't work very well in Australian suburbia, especially with social housing, which I don't think Americans have as much. I think that's more a an Australian and I'm going to say more a Commonwealth thing. I'm going to guess it sounded too commie for the Americans. There we go. Like there. All right. There we go. There. All right. And we go there. Oh, there. It's one of those complicated stories of successes and failures. I mean, it isn't. It is pretty. It's pretty trivial that the best solution to homelessness is giving people homes. But managing that process is actually slightly more complicated. Almost sunset time. Let's get that one done. Oof. And then end up face planting myself a couple of times. That is typical. All right, get a little rest. Since we hurt ourselves a whole lot, we'll have to get a quick snack. You're like that. Oh, we're running low on bamboo. Oh, we've got new lot loaded up. That's good. I'll also grab myself some more fireworks. All right. That's interesting. All right. There. Okay, we're almost through on this level. Let's see. continue along here. All right. That one is there. There we go. And we'll make this one as well. That's all good. Excellent. Now, finish this off here. Making real good progress. At there. All right. So, and also, while I was reading up on that about the architecture, also saw something that reminded me of my childhood in a not so good way, which was Mr. Fluffy's asbestos insulation, which was a disaster. A company called Mr. Fluffy had the great idea to insulate houses by pumping in a layer of asbestos dust. Well, no, actually it wasn't asbestos dust, but it was sort of a very fluffy loose asbestos into the roofs, the roof cavities of people's homes. This was before we knew exactly how dangerous asbestos was, and it was just thought of as the super cool, wonderful thing. And anyway, we had a whole lot of houses all contaminated with asbestos. There. Now it reminds me of one of the reasons I ended up getting fired from one of my jobs. Well, I wasn't the sole reason, but I worked for a university department of architecture, doing technical support and that type of thing. And as you do, our department was going to accept a grant from a company that had a history of manufacturing asbestos. Sorry, Rocky Gamer, I want to play Minecraft at the moment. There we go. Yeah. As I was saying, it wanted to accept a grant from a company that produced asbestos and had a history of, it had a history of spinning out the part of the company that was responsible for paying compensation to asbestos sufferers, and then allowing that part of the company to go broke And they wanted to give a grant to us. And the person who was responsible for negotiating this argued that we're just taking their money. I responded that, no, this is actually a transaction. They are paying us to buy from us our reputation and our credibility. So they gain from us reputation and credibility in exchange for the money that they pay. So it wasn't a completely neutral transaction. And I was the person who said this, but it was a argument that people considered was very convincing, which was actually probably good for the department that we did not accept it. Unfortunately, the person who had proposed it was my direct superior. So I strongly suspect that that put me in the bad books. But I've always had trouble shutting up when I think something is right or wrong. And I guess having trouble shutting up is actually a good feature for somebody who is now doing live streaming, because that's what I do, just not shut up. That's just a part of the job now. Alright, hop in there. Oh, take a rest, can't take a rest. Getting into the red glow yet? Oh, alright. So, oh, ouch. Get rid of this while we're here. Congratulations, Rocky. And there we go. All right. We'll climb up our thing. We'll work on the next level, which I think is a... what's we got? Okay, so it's bridge and tower. Okay. Like that. We bridge across. There. Can I reach? Yes, I can. So we'll be bridging across this way. Ah, there we go. There's sunset. Okay. Thing is, if I dilly-dally too long, we get monsters spawning. And that's not good for us. It is very much unlikely that I'll be playing anything but Minecraft tonight. Because that is what I've scheduled and that's what I've planned. Alright. And I know you're enthusiastic for other games, but that isn't what's going to be happening. Alright. There we go. That one's there. Right there. There. Let's go that way. And there we go. There. All right. There we go, and we continue like that. There. That. And we go like that. This level is really simple because it's just all the same, but next level we'll be having little breaks. So we'll have to take that into account. There we go. We can use that to help us guide. There. I'll be putting this new level on. And building ourselves a next level. And by that point, yeah, my description was title was slightly a lie. We're not completely at a third yet. A third will be this next level that we're coming up to. But it is a pretty indicative point. And at that point, we start on the big towers. Because that's the huge void there. So we'll have 4 massive towers reaching into the sky. Alright. Go across. I think we can just do sort of like a inwards moving spiral. I think that would be fun to do. Alright. There. Alright. That's... You can see the flying machine that does the bamboo harvesting just out of the corner of my eye. You become quickly sensitive to movement, because most of the time the only thing that moves in Minecraft are mobs, which you've got to be careful about. But every so often you've got a flying machine or a device. There. Alright. That. Oh, that's going quite good. Oh, there. Alright. By the way, what is Billy? There, Billy Bust Up. Other than a rubbish game. And something you're apparently interested in. There. Alright. We build across like that. And there. And we'll go like this. Oopsie daisy. You go like that. And we'll go like that as well. Oops. Thank you, Mr. Beacon. You are so useful to me to make jumping up these levels. Also, good thing about Minecraft is I can think about things other than what I'm doing. So I can actually talk about architecture and pissing off my employers by suggesting they act in a moral fashion. Yeah, right. There. Although another factor in me losing my job is, I suspect, a keen inability to understand the nuances of culture and an ability to keep falling in holes. There we go. All right. That is fine. There we go. Also have to wonder if it's a thing that I keep getting bored of the places I work at, just out of a bit of ADHD-ishness. At there. All right. At that one. At there. There we go, like that. And we have completed that outside thing, and now we can go like that and use that as a guide. It's a lot easier when you don't have to squat down to reach the other side. That's part of Minecraft's UI and sort of like even game system, that there has to be a block where you're clicking on to place a block. That means if you were stuck in a total void, you could have almost everything on you, but you wouldn't be able to place any blocks. That's... unless there's some tricky way of getting around that. I know in creative, you basically have to use cheat commands to get around that problem. All right. There. It's now reminding me of a lot of functions. Oh, it's actually not functions. It's proof by induction. There are a lot of things you can feel like you could prove by induction. However, you can't do a base case for them, which is very much like building in Minecraft and not having that first block to build on top of. Because inductive proofs build up from the base case into infinity. There we go. All right. Hold on. There we go. 3 blocks left. Oh. Have to go and reload soon. Oh. All right. There. Oh, that. All right. That one. That goes. There we go, and we'll go like that. Right. There. We'll get like that. Go in here. Oh, got a couple of blocks left. All right. Now I'm actually thinking I might do a short soon about, it'll be themed why your favorite VTuber won't play your favorite game even though you politely suggested that they do so in the middle of a stream. Just explaining what the sort of overheads in that type of thing are, and I've got a branch across this. Like that. There we go. That one is there. All right. We'll continue like that. There we go. All right. That. Oh, there. Now, go here. And go like that. There. We'll continue to go along here. And there's several reasons. And I've just run out of bamboo. Let's see if we can... Nope. Oh. You. Let's go along. Get ourselves reloaded. Hey! Hi, Nata. Yes? Welcome back to the stream. We are just reloading on bamboo to start on another level. Well, continue on another level. We've made our layer of huts, and we're now putting the bridges on top of them. There we go. Oh, this one's fully loaded. That's good. We're gonna put everything in here temporarily because it makes it easier to load up on bamboo. All right. There. Move on to the next one. There we go. So, how have you been? I hope it is well, because I've been doing well myself. I was quite productive and got a couple of minutes of editing done. As in, I edited a couple of minutes of video, not that I edited for a couple of minutes. Because it's one of those things about editing, you can spend hours just to make a few minutes of video. There we go. All right. And that is going fine. Still haven't gotten the sort of narrative editing skills down, I don't think. Because physically knowing how to cut video up and use a video editing software, that's the easy part of editing. The hard part of editing is knowing how to use cuts and video content to actually tell the story that you are trying to make. And having the judgment of knowing what to include and what to exclude as a part of your video. So at the moment, all I really know how to do is cut out the flubbed lines and add some graphics. It would be nice to learn how to actually sort of the more artistic side of editing. Yeah. All right. That's right. There we go. I mean, I have a sort of casual knowledge of, I forgot the effect. It's the effect of you show two juxtaposed images and people will close over that. So if you have a person with a neutral face and then you show a picture of a cake, people will say, oh, that man is hungry. But beyond that sort of trivial level, make sure that I'm still got a lot of room to learn. There was a YouTube channel, well, there still is, but they don't update as much or at all, called Every Frame a Painting, which was very much on those themes. Unfortunately, after the few videos they did make, they stopped making videos, basically because the amount of effort they put in wasn't worth the results they got from YouTube, which I think's remarkably common, unfortunately. And that. Alright. Quick rest. Let's load ourselves up. That. We've got the double arrangement there. Just so that I like that. Just so I have more room to store bamboo when time comes. Alright, let's fly right across the cube and not cancel our velocity quick enough and end up face planting. Yep, that's what we were meant to do. Alright, hold on. What's that? Yeah, that gap's supposed to be there. Alright. Let's get back to business. There we go. Are we missing any of those? No, we're not. That's good. What's that? And like that. Hold on, I've just realised that it'd be quicker to bridge backwards here. So like that. That would be a little bit faster. I'm actually not sure now. Because the other way I have to reverse direction. Well, this way I have to squat, and this way we have to squat and get a sort of like a semi-precise hit. And talking about precision hits, you are put down in the wrong spot. There we go. And we go backwards, and this time it's easier because we've got that to guide us. There we go. What's that? All right. We'll get ourselves into the... All right. To the... What's it? What do you call it? Into the rhythm of things. The layer above this is going to be even easier since it's just a thickening label. Right. Go like that. And right next to a massive void. Thankfully over water. Which is the reason I haven't died as much, because I'm pretty sure if I had built this over ground, I'd be continuously falling to my death. to my death rather than just falling to depths. There we go. Okay. That one's done. All right. Like that one. No, we do need the squat to be able to reach. That's a pity. There. That one's that one. You go like that. Come on, you got it. That. We break you. We move those along there. How to run 2 Forge versions at the same time? I do not know. I don't know how to run multiple Forge versions at the same time. It's not something that I have a knowledge of, unfortunately. That was there. I mean, one brute force way would be just to load them up in separate VMs. But I'm not sure if that would be overkill. All right, that one is there, and we'll continue along here. Just gonna take a quick hydrate. That's good. Heavenly nectar of water. All right, while I'm here, just things. All right. We are at that point. At there. Oh, oops. Oops, daisy. That there. Recently, I've hit 300 followers, which is good. Which puts me in the top, I think, 17% of people on YouTube. Because YouTube, like a lot of these social medias, is very top heavy. Like that. Okay. I'm wondering if I should have just went back against that one, but we've committed to this scheme as well. But it is very fortunate. It means it's getting a lot more people in chat and a lot of people interacting. Hello. I unfortunately do not speak your language, which I suspect is Spanish. There we go. All right. There we'll move along like that. Go along there. All right. I wonder how difficult it would be to learn. I'm sorry I don't speak X in a wide variety of languages. There are that like that. Okay. Right. There we go. And you don't speak English. Ah, okay. There we go, like that. There. All right. That one is... We've got along here. We're running out of time. All right. It goes for another... Oh. Oh. Should have got my fireworks. There we go. There we go. There. Jump up. Quick sleep. And reload. All right. Oh, we got some... Had some nasties there. Well, it looks like they're despawned. That's good. All right. Let's get back to building. Because that's what we're here for. Like that. And we'll continue here. Making our fractal cube. But this cube's made up of smaller void cubes, which is a cube with... Oh, this section here. So it's cube with square cut out on each corner, which are then overlapped to produce something more. And that overlapping sequence is continued until it's all done and we get a structure like that. And we're doing this in 3D. So getting progressively bigger and bigger. Right, that is fine. Okay. Oh, there we go. You know English a little bit. Haha. Congratulations. I always admire people who are multilingual and can speak more than one language. There. I keep trying to learn a bit of Japanese. Nihongo. But I only can pick up the smallest parts of it. Just a word here or there. And I should practice it a lot more. All right, go here. I've got that thing there. Actually, you want to go along here. Continue out that way, I think. Like that. Doesn't matter what order I do this as long as it gets done. Here we go. This bit's easier this way. All right. We got one layer done. Well, 2 layers done today so far. And I'd like to get this layer all done. A little stretch. Do a little swing of my wings. And we'll go like that. All right. There we go. And we are continuing with our block placing challenge. Well, it's not even a challenge. It's more a sequence of events like Lemony Snicket. All right, here we go. What proportion of this we've done so far? Feels like about a third. So a third of that. Thanks. All right there. How are you doing, Crembox? I hope it is well. Like that. We arc in there. We're continuing to layer up with our bamboo. The trick is not to put the bamboo in the wrong spot, because you have to then axe it away. Just asking you politely. All right, that. And there. Oh, you fine. You go like that. We've got there. You like that. The idea is to make this level complete. So we got this level is full of 2 voids, so it's very much like that level up there. And when I say very much like that, it's actually the mirror image of that level. There. Alright. Like that. Close this off. And here, this one's going to be a bit tricky because it's a level with a lot of voids. Actually, we can go along here instead. There. Sort of putting off the harder bits till later, which actually makes sense if you think about it, because as you progress on a task, you learn things. So when you get to the hard spots, it's going to be a little bit easier since you've picked up a bit more skills. Well, that's the theory at least. I know some people like getting the difficult bits over earlier, but I've never been that type of person. There, and like that, that's done. Let's go like that, and then we'll sort of snake in that direction. Like that. I'm honestly not sure which one's faster. Sort of the squat to the distance, or the approach with approach that makes use of going backwards. Both of them do work, and it's getting all right. What doesn't work is flying headfirst into the wall. Go. Swim underneath and fly up again. All right. Okay. You can go into there. Do we have any spare blocks? We have got some spare blocks to recharge ourselves. All right. Okay. Let's go over here. There. All right. And we'll get up. We'll fall through the gap where we know wasn't meant to. Like that. And like that. Join ourselves like that. Okay. We'll continue to make our cubes and bridges and other structures. It's interesting how these become progressively more flat. The next layer is completely flat, apart from the little void extra bits. All right, there we go. go like that. You into here. We go along here to make that structure there. Oh. Go for that one as well. And we've got some more of our nice bamboo structures. All right. It's like a layer of tunnels just below this surface here. There. All right. I'm wondering, just now thinking that the style of architecture that I was talking about before, which loves cul-de-sacs, I'm wondering if that was the reason why suburbs became so much more squiggly during the 80s and 70s, because the 1950s style suburbs were all grid based, and go over here. And then the more recent suburbs became a whole lot squigglier, which actually made it less good in a lot of ways, because it meant that actually it forced car usage, because it took a lot more time to go everywhere, and actively discouraged walking, which is bad urban design. Okay. I suppose the western suburbs have been victims of all sorts of urban design mistakes. We can go back along here now. Like that. All right. We go there. Like that. The next. Oh, we already did that one. That's good. Right. Reload ourselves up on bamboo. We'll continue that like this. How much time to get cut? I was just checking the clock to see how much time I've got left. And hopefully we'll have enough time to continue with this. Right, that one's there. All right. We'll go along that way now, I guess. Like that. You, stop going too high. And that's a void that we don't need to go across. Go back along here then. All right. There. You go like that. Continue this path along here. And I'm just looking at the layer below to know what to copy from there. And well as my own feel for the rhythm of everything now. That's our main void. There, and that's that void there to correspond. Whole sort of the whole self-similar nature of this fractal. There we go. Like that. And we get that. All right. There we go. Long U. We're going to do a math video about the Sierpinski carpet and its friends, along with the things I discovered while doing this. All right. Uh-huh. Go back along here now. Actually, we can use that as our placement point. That makes it a lot easier to do things. And by things, I mean put down blocks. All right, a little bit of redstone. Everybody likes a bit of redstone. Oh, actually, that. I just noticed that we are low on we are low on durability for our wings. So I might have to end the stream soon to go and repair those, but what we can do, yeah. Let's run along here. Switch this off. Like that. Switch the flying machine off as well. When the flying machine returns, it'll get parked. There we go. That's all those other machines parked as well. All right. All right. Rest well, my Argentinian friend. I'm just gonna collect all my bamboo, turn it into bamboo blocks. There. Oh. Don't have as much bamboo today. Right. Now, after we've done this, the flying machine should have parked itself. We can go and repair our wings. Huh? I heard a zombie get converted to a drowned. It's sort of part of... There are copper machines that rely on that mechanism. Right. There. That's the last of the bamboo. Yep. Okay. There. And that's it. Oh, thank you very much for subscribing. I very much appreciate it. All right. I've got all that set up. Let's head into... the nether in order to repair my equipment. Oh, it's going to rain. Let's see if we can land on top of this properly. No. Nope. All right. Well. Let's do this one. I need to figure out how to properly spawn protect that thing. Or remove it since we don't use it anymore. There we go. Hello. Grab those. And some of the gravel as well. And here we go to repair basically mostly the wings. All right. Sometimes we don't even have to go up here for too long, because we'll already have some XP lying around in our pig farm. But let's have a look. Oh, make sure that I'm holding axe while I do this. Wow. I didn't even have to use... I didn't even have to switch it on. Because there was just enough leftover XP that it worked. Alright, let's... Plonk that down. Get you. Alright. Now, this is the tricky bit. Flying home. Uh-huh. Keep my eye out. There we go. Out. And we are back up here. Shoo away. Fly back to our massive cube. There. All right. Did I land? Yes, I did. It's a pity. All right. Let's head up briefly to get a screenshot of our progress. Huh? How about... standing here, that looks good. There we go. Another thumbnail picture taken. With that said, let's head up back to my main room. Thank you everybody for joining me as I played Minecraft. Tomorrow, I'm just going to check our schedule, which is the same as last week's one. I am going to be playing Factorio. We are continuing progressing through Angels mod. And we are moving up to doing military science now. So looking forward to doing that with all of you. If you enjoyed what you see and you want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thank you very much. And I hope to see you later. Goodbye.